Pope takes a poop and the president too, and the fancy grand banker in his three-piece suit, the big fat general and all of his troops. The truth of the matter is everybody poops. The famous brain surgeon has to leave his lump, and the high-priced model has to stop for a dump. But can the sides of Canada can't spray away the truth, 'cause even if they don't admit it, everybody poops. Everybody poops. Everybody poops. Sure things number more than two. Death and taxes and everybody poops.
Well, it's August the 4th. It's a little after 6:30 in the morning, and I'm on my way to meet a good friend, Pat. And we're going to take a trip down one of our favorite streams. We have chosen today a trip that is further up the stream. It will be smaller there. And we haven't taken that trip for probably 5 or 6 years. The weather today is overcast, which is good, because yesterday the temperature got up to 97 degrees. So hopefully the clouds will provide a little relief from that heat. I'm hoping today to be able to pick up about a dozen or so long-eared sunfish. If I'm successful in doing that, you will know why by the time this video is over. So come along with us. As I came over the bridge at the takeout spot, I knew immediately that we were in trouble. The creek was up quite a bit. And then as you look upstream, not only was it up, but it appeared to be very dingy, almost to the point of being muddy. As we arrived upstream at our put-in place, the stream looked a little bit better, but still it was very murky. And with the amount of water that was going over the shoal, my goal to catch long-eared sunfish was very much in jeopardy. Let's just work this up above here for a little bit. We decided to take a circle in this eddy above the shoal before we actually start downstream. Had a lot of those. The standard was that they'd sit in the hand line. Over there in that dark hole is a spring. You can see the water coming out of it. I've caught a lot of good bass in there. I don't know if I'll get any now, but I'm going to try. This is the spring up close. I've caught a lot of good fish here, but today is just that one white bass. That's what it looks like upstream from the spring. There's some good fishing up there, but we've got to head downstream. We've got to get down there in about 7-8 hours, and that's going to push us. I'm paddling down to meet Pat, get him on down the river, because we got to get moving. I took this same float last year and caught bunches of big long-eared sunfish, but I don't know about today. The problem with catching long-eared sunfish is that they are a clear water, shallow water species of fish, and when the creek gets up 18 or so inches as it has today, it moves them out of their habitat, and they become very difficult to catch. Normally they're very easy to catch, but I'm thinking that it's going to be tough today. This is a long-eared sunfish. This is what I'm after. But this guy is just a little bit on the small side. I'm going to turn him loose. There's a lot of water in this little stream. Normally this is just a trickle down through here. I've caught 4 or 5 of these things, but I can't catch one big enough. Well, this high murky water might be affecting the long ear sunfish, but it isn't hurting the green sunfish. Little smallmouth bass on 4-pound test line gives you quite a fight.
All I can catch is these green suns.
Well, I'm not fishing for bass, but they're always welcome. Bunch of smallmouth bass in this hole. Four-pound drum can also give you a fight on 4-pound test line. After I caught that first smallmouth bass on a jig fishing for long-eared sunfish, I tied on a small crankbait, and they have been banging that thing. I must have caught 4 or maybe 5 of them. These guys are still running small. I've caught about 30 like this, but I just don't seem to be able to get anything of any size. I've taken several trips with Pat in the kayaks, and I've observed that this is what he does best: eat his lunch on the gravel bar.
Almost entirely to it, and everything I read seems to be good about it. And I'm about ready to switch to some, just for the clarity, you know. Qualify for bass anglers lake next time too.
Hope he stays out there. Probably be a drum, I'm a betting. Yeah, it's an old drum. That's just, I caught one, a great big one up there earlier. Yeah. Trying to use it to adjust my drag. Yeah. They love them crankbaits. It's putting up the fight. Guess what it is? Dang. Dang.
It looks like we have problems. If we can't get by on the right side, we'll have to go up this steep bank on the right.
May have to drag a little, but I believe there's a way through there. I believe there is.
Yeah, it looks like if we get out and drag through, we might make it.
Yeah, it's opening up better over here.
Well, the worst happens after we drag across the gravel bar.
bass.
White bass.
Lighter than anything I'd seen. They're fighters. Ooh. No, I believe it's a line side. Largemouth. Here's something and it took off. Oh, there it is. Quite hit me right at the boat.
White bass?
Yeah.
Boy, you're turning into a white bass fisherman, aren't you?
Do the smallie. May not be a bad one for a change. No, just a bluegill. A little bit better fight. I have to keep kicking my legs out at different angles and everything. I'm about ready to get off.
At this point, we had arrived at a big eddy that was on the last part of our trip, and we were getting kind of tired and it was getting a little late, so we decided to go ahead and paddle in. We had a great trip. We did not achieve my objective of catching good numbers of large long-eared sunfish, but we caught a lot of fish and had a lot of fun. It was kind of what Fish for Fun is all about. Fish for Fun is a multi-species fishing channel, and we sure caught several different species of fish today. But we had a lot of fun. We're going to come back and try it again.